Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance starts at normal time as usual. This maintenance does look like an extended maintenance though, so we'll see if they finish that up early or if it's going to be as long as the news says. Ending this week, we do have all the Final Fantasy 13 events ending, so that is the raid event, the explore event, this event to get Sid and the gun. So you have till maintenance to finish all that up. And new this week, we're getting two new units, both Neovision base, one premium, one not. It's going to be Roca and Neilikka. So we're getting 30 shard login for both of them. They have two different banners, so two different banner shops for each of them. Roca is the premium, so her shards are not in the banner shop. They're updating the Silver Crown exchange. So this is going to help clear out some of the shop banners. Essentially, they're going to let you trade one Silver Crown for a fragment of a Master Crown, 4 fragments to create a full Master Crown, which can help if you've got a couple of extra Silver Crowns left over from using Gold Crowns instead by accident. But this will also help clear up the shop, so it'll be just a single banner instead of one banner per unit. Bunch of updates. So they're giving us the new panel quest. So from the live stream, Tyvis, the premium unit Tyvis, is going to be a reward from the panel quest. They didn't tell us everything. They just noted that Tyvis is going to be part of the rewards from the panel. And we're getting Final Fantasy VII Safer Sephiroth series boss battle. So this is probably going to be updated for Neovision units. We'll see how much of a challenge they made it. They do note that while he's floating, he's going to evade physical attacks and dish out a lot of attacks, so focus on defense when he's in the air. And he has low defense, so you want physical attackers. And then doing that, we're going to get the materia reward, which looks pretty good. So all units will get 25% health and mana, 50% to all stats, 50% human killer. And then if they are Final Fantasy VII or Clash of Wills category, they'll get double the stats. So it'll be 100 kill, 100 stats, and 50% health and mana. So pretty versatile. You can use it on everybody, and then matching category will get the good stats out of it. Cloud Strife is going to get a boosted leader skill, so he's going to get 500 attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit for lightning category. And then Legendary Heroes Sephiroth is going to get the dark version of that. So Sephiroth is just going to match Deoxys for his leader there. And then they're adding a bunch of categories. So Blood of Hess category is getting added to matching units there. And they're also adding Clash of Wills Fire and Dark tags. So all the units that match those tags will get those added. And then we're also getting our Esper update, it looks like. So all the Espers, except for Garuda, who we just got, are going to get extra tiles added to their boards for bonus things to buy. And then I believe as part of this, their old spells and buffs are going to get boosted to not be useless. So like the 15% break should be like 75% or something after this. So we'll see all what those are. Some ability updates. So new Guardian Titus and Fina the Return are getting Silver Crowns, and we do get Silver Crowns stages for them. So Fina is getting better buffs. She's getting her ramping 100% light boost, it looks like, and I believe a better boost to her light field. And then Titus should just be doing more damage. She does get a 150 water boost, it looks like, as well. And Titus Brave Shift is going to True Brave Shift, which is going to really help him out. Or maybe close to True Brave Shift, as it's going to be one turn. But still, that's going to help him out quite a bit. Fountain of Lapis is coming back. That's usually a good deal. And then we get another curated NV ticket. So just like the past few banners, other units have a rate up on the banner, and you can do the 15 curated tickets to get one of the other rate up units. Seen this a few times, so this time it's Dark units, Deoxys, Dark Fina, Red Eye Soul, Melissa, and Renoa. So not bad units overall there. Dark Visions is coming, so that means Dark Vision tickets. Usual, we'll get a bunch free for logging in. There's going to be a bundle, we can get 10 more. And let's see, as far as the pool, Lady Shantoto, pretty good dark damage. Kimari, nice super for Dragoons. Tyvis and Yish have the field, which is okay. Olive's still pretty good with the 90 Spirit Break and decent damage herself. Let's see, 5 stars. Not many 5 stars used overall outside of locked content that you need their tags for. We get our vision cards, so there's a few. There is a note, so Neilikka, the new one, is sharing the same vision card as the old one. So they're going to update the vision card to also have magic, but they can't do it until the end of October when they do the version update due to technical difficulties. So they're showing us what the update's going to be, but we won't get that update till the end of October. So first up, Roca, the premium unit. She is the Evoke leader. So we get the Evoke card, 170 attack and magic, 80% attack and magic, 100% limit damage, 650 attack and magic, all locked to evocation category. So standard leader card there. Then the updated card for Neilikka, also Ruse's card because they share it. Essentially, they're just adding 140 magic to the 140 attack. Everything else is staying the same, but we won't see the magic on it until the end of October. And then we do get a global limited card as well. So Midnight Blossoms, 140 magic, 80% magic, 50% Esper Evoke, and 20% magic evasion. 50% killer for Insect, Reaper, Bird, and Stone, and 500 flat magic for Brave Exvius only units. So I really like the artwork on the card, but the stats on the card are kind of lacking overall as far as just chasing the card for the card itself. But the artwork is nice. New story, nothing really special other than they're just giving us a story update. Been a little bit since we've gotten the story stuff. And then we're getting an elemental fight. So from my understanding, this is going to be one fight with different missions for clearing with entire parties of a certain elemental tag. You do all of them and you can max out the accessory, which is 80 magic spirits, 50% limit damage, and 50% evoke damage and Esper evoke. So overall, that's a pretty good accessory. But you do have to clear this like 8 times with all 8 elements. And the party has to be locked just to the single element to qualify. But this is a permanent trial, so there's no rush on getting this. See how hard this challenge is. Looks pretty interesting. And then we also have a weapon event for Roca. So we'll be able to get her a 2-handed rod. Maxed out. 22 attack, 211 magic, 168 spirits. She'll get 1,000 flat magic from it. Everybody else can get 100% fill rate and 4 limit crystals per turn. Pretty nice looking rod, especially for her with the 1,000 magic on it. And then we have our Silver Crown fights. So for Titus, locked to water category or Final Fantasy X units. We'll have to see if there's a special mission for clearing with a certain category. And then for Fina, we're locked to evocation category or anniversary JP. Again, we'll have to see if they put in a special mission for using one of those tags or not. And then they're rerunning the original story event that started Dark Visions way back at the very beginning. And then as part of that, we're going to get an update to War Hero Reagan's sword. So right now we can go up to plus. This is going to add another plus to it. 207 attack. He'll get 500 flat attack from it and just 100% Odin stats. But we don't have his NVA. So he does get an NVA, but it's not listed in our news. So we should be getting him soon, seeing they are giving us the weapon now. The actual Dark Visions events. So there's no like breakdown, so I think everything's open right away, which is would definitely be nice. And then also from the live stream, they did note that we are getting our first Dark Vision bonus unit. So in order to get them, you need the tickets, which means you need the rank, and essentially you get a ticket at bare minimum for being ranked 3,000 plus. So your rank will decide how many tickets you get. And it looks like it's going to be an exchange shop, a permanent exchange shop where you can just exchange the tickets for the units and the fragments. There is a note, you cannot change this unit into fragments. You can also not run him in the daily shard dungeon. He won't get shards that way. So first up, we have Buffon, Dark Dragon, Super Limit Burst units. Super Trust is a one-handed sword, 119 attack, 211 magic. He'll get 1500 flat magic from it. Everybody else can get 50% limit damage. Trustmaster, 30% Esper evoke, 40% evoke damage, and 30% water resist. He's got a 300% evoke leader skill for all stats. And we can take a look at his skills. So he's got Confusion Resist, 30 Water Resist, 15 on Earth Resist. Can only use swords. So it's Store Magic, standard there. He does have this interesting buff, 100% Evoke damage buff for 3 turns to all allies, and 200% limit damage. So this is the first time we're seeing an Evoke percentage buff for the party. Have to see exactly how that affects Evoke damage. As far as his other skills, he's got water and earth damage, 200x modifier on bolting moves. He's got 150 on absolute mirror that also have imperils and evoke gauge fill. He can cure berserk and stat breaks to one ally. He's got a perfect dispel, remove all buffs, 4-turn cooldown on that. See, 180 finisher water damage or 60% death. I mean, at this point, death is not affected anything. 150 aquatic killer. See, cool down the boost. He doesn't add any LB modifier though. He does get the 300 storm magic, just no modifier on his cooldown. See, he gets a counter. So counter physical attacks have to hit him, which is probably why he's getting his defense, spirit, and 75 general mitigation. 1x modifier, magic scaling, 5 max, nothing too special there. He can give tag attack to a couple of his moves. So he looks like his super and limit. So he can make his LBs tag team. Aquatic Fairy Machine Stone Killer. See, Evoking Kokurayu, 35% water boost to the party side only. Dual wield unit. He does not seem to have the bonus dual wield cap though, which is going to really hurt his damage. 150 modifier for his spells. So without the extra dual wield chain cap, his damage is definitely going to be lacking a bit. Flood, Quake, and then Chaos Wave for water and earth. And as far as the limit, so base limit 120 water and peril, 50 evoke magic base, bolting chain. That's really not going to do much damage at all. Super goes up to 80x on the evoke damage, still bolting chain, still 120 in peril. That's fairly standard. So he doesn't look like he's going to be doing that much damage himself. I am curious on how much of effect the 100% evoke buff is going to make to that though. And then for the actual banner, so we have Voidmage Roca and Cursebringer Neilikka. So Roca is a premium unit, and they do have these special cards. So their banners are split up. So Neilikka is not raid up on Roca's banner, and Roca is not raid up on Neilikka's banner. They'll just be completely off banner if you manage to get them. So you need 17 tickets to pity Roca. I believe if you get the vision card and then go to her regular banner, it's 70,000 lapis to pity. If you skip the banner card, banner completely and go just to the other one, I think you're just under 60,000 to pity. But like they've been doing, we also have the dark units as the raid up as well on her banner. And then Neilikka has her own banner without any actual guarantees on it overall. You get the 2 pity tickets in the middle. You need 10, so you'll have to run through her banner 5 times total to pity her. So up first we have Roca, Brave Shift unit, but not true Brave Shift. She gets 4 turns and then has to wait 3 turns to go back. Super Trust, Clothing, 17 Defense, 104 Magic, 26 Spirit. She'll get 500 flat Magic. Everybody else can get 30% Health, Mana, Defense, Spirit, and Nullify Stop. Regular Trust, Materia, 50% limit damage, and then 30% Esper and Evo damage. And she's getting some global boosts. So first is her leader skill. She's getting the lightning treatment. So outside of morale fights, it's a 750 attack and magic leader, 200 defense and spirit leader. And she's going to give the boost to Evoke Tag, Clash of Wills Support, Clash of Wills Fire, and Clash of Wills Dark category, which is really big. On JP, she was Evoke only. So that's a really good change to her leader skill. And then in morale fights, it's a 900 attack and magic and 750 defense and spirit. So that's a really good leader skill upgrade for her. And then she's also getting 1,000 morale per turn as a new ability. Honestly, free morale for doing nothing is really helpful. And then Neilikka, super limit burst unit for her. So Super Trust, Fist Weapon, 242 attack, 228 magic. She'll get 1,000 attack and magic. Everybody else can get 50% dual wield attack and magic. And then regular trust, materia, 30% attack and magic. Dark resist, 30%, and 100% fill rate. And we can take a look at them on the JP side. So first is Neilikka. So weapon choice is pretty much just fists, which pretty much what you want to use anyway. She does have a 150 dark boost. We have 150x Mirror Dark Magic. She's got Bolting Evoke, 80x modifier, which is like what every Evoke damage is overall. Cooldown to boost her limit. She does give herself a 120 LB modifier, which is always nice to see. See, mitigate damage for 1 turn, and for Evoke Gauge, can use that every turn, but can only cast it once per turn. Cooldown, Dark Evoke 500x, Finisher, 130 Dark down after the damage though. Unlock a couple of skills with the Pentacast, it looks like, and then a cooldown, which is just a 2000x modifier Finisher, which that's not a ton of damage. That's just what the cards are overall. So she is dual wield unit, and she does have the bonus dual wield cap, so that's very good for her. Machine, human, dragon, stone, plant killer. Decent amount of killers as usual. She can evoke anima for a 30% dark down for 10 turns on both sides. So that hits the party side as well. So you got to play smart when using that, not override a other field that you can't cast as much. The ability modifier, 200x. So some of her unlock moves, she gets a 40% in peril, which is again both sides. So you have to play smart using her fields because they go to, unless global decides to change this, we'll see what when they actually hit global. But yeah, hitting both sides can be annoying. See, perfect dispel, 85 defense break, 135 dark down. Cure attack break, 350 attack, and 30% dark damage, but only for one turn there. She does have a 100x bolting chain lined up to triple chain there. And I'm guessing the pentacast is to buff and then either use the evoke or physical damage finisher. Bolting and chaos wave dark moves for magic. And as far as limit burst, so base is 40 fists down, 130 dark and peril, 80 defense break, 280 physical damage, bolting chain frames. So she adds 130 to that. And then she doesn't have it in her kit, but you can give her the first 5 turns of an extra 100 boost on that. And the super version, 40 fists down still, 130 dark, 80 defense, and 380 on the modifier. So I believe fully boosted, giving her the first 5 turn LB boost is 520 modifier on the super. So she should be able to do a decent amount of damage overall. We could look at Roca. So premium unit, EX2 to get her 150 dark boost. She has some of the moves that the other Rokas have, so 6 LB to the party with 50% accuracy, Magnus to reduce cooldown timer by 1 for a single ally, Tag Team Dark Magic 250 modifier there. She's got a buff on a cooldown, so 250 for 3 turns, and then after 4 turns, it'll do 300 stats and 250 limit damage. Cooldown the booster limit with a 130 modifier in there, which is nice. She's got a ally only 100% LB field. On demand, pretty nice there. See, bolting 140 evoke damage. That's not too bad. Then we get regular dark damage, 400x modifier with 130 dark down and 2 evoke. Both triple and quad cast. Usual set of premium killers and everything. She can imbue dark with 35 amp to the party, which is helpful. In the base, she does have gravity, which is useless for most things except for a couple of things here and there. And she's got earth and ice chaos wave spells. And the base limit, 130 dark down, 430 dark magic, and reduce cooldown by 1 to the entire party, which that right there is really nice. And as far as the Brave Shift, a lot of the same stuff, it looks like overall. She's got 600x Evoke Finisher. We got a stacking 250 bolting, which also has a 250. So that's 500 total modifier overall, fully stacked. Chance to inflict death, which we're not going to see hit really. 300x Dark Evoke Finisher. Same spells. And then the Shifted Limit Burst, 80 Spirit Break, 40% Rod down, 130 Dark, and 430 modifier. So the modifier is the same in both forms. She does get the Rod and Peril only in the Shift form, though, which is going to mean a big damage difference between base and shift if you don't have a Rod and Peril elsewhere. Take a look at her stats. So we got 528, So magic is the same in both forms, it looks like. Really, the Rod and Peril is probably going to be the biggest change between damage in the base and the shift. But overall, pretty decent looking unit. The global boosts are really nice looking. That leader skill looks really good. See, overall, myself, I'm just going to be using EX tickets, and we'll see if I can get super lucky or not myself. I do like the artwork on the card, but honestly, it's not worth the stats on the card aren't worth me pulling Lapis just to get the card. So we'll do EX tickets. We'll see what I can get that's useful, and we'll hope just to see them at some point. But if you do decide to pull, good luck to you. And that's pretty much all the news. We got quite a bit coming in, so we'll have a bit to work on this week. And we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.